The quickest, easiest way to do a superhero cape is in spandex because you don't have to hem the edge. When you cut spandex, it doesn't fray, it just stays like it is. So there'll be no sewing on this cape unless you want to put some kind of tie on there. So first thing I'm going to do is measure from Amy's spine, basically, to the edge of her shoulder. So roughly that's 9 inches. So,
because I'm so broad-shouldered.
Let's write that down. So 9 inches. Then I'm going to measure, put your arm out, from her spine to her wrist, and that's about 26.5. So I'm just going to say 27. Then I'm going to measure how long I want the cape. So I'll just go straight down. I think I'm going to do it like mid-thigh, so 34. Okay, so if you take your spandex,
That's the wrong color for my Electra Woman costume.
Oh, is it?
Wasn't it
What
orange?
color is she?
I think she's orange and yellow.
I think
We were going to
Dinah
do
Girl's
Electra
red.
Woman and Dinah Girl for Halloween, but we'd never get it done.
Yeah. Okay, so take your spandex.
Come on, it's a good, we look it.
And your stretch, honestly, doesn't really matter on this superhero cape. So I'm still going to do my stretch where it's going this way across her back, just because that's what you would do normally. So my stretch is this way on my material, so I'll fold that in half. Okay. So then, my widest measurement is 27. Let me make sure I have to fold it way more. Okay, 27. I'm just going to use a chalk marker. Sometimes I like to use a blue Mark Be Gone, but mine's out of ink, so.
Which happens. Those things dry out really quickly.
Yeah. Okay, so 34 is the length. So I'm going to measure down 34. Okay. 34. Then my 27, we already know, is going to be the bottom of the cape. So where I measured to her wrist, that is the length of the bottom of the cape. Now, when I measured her shoulders, it was 9. Let me mark that. Now you just take your end of your mark at the bottom of the cape and your mark at the top. This is when a yardstick comes in handy. And then just connect those lines.
Mike E. had a question.
Yes.
He was wondering if you were going to hem or stitch spandex, would you prefer a serger over the stretch stitch for a regular machine?
Serger is going to be faster and easier, especially if you're going to leave that raw edge.
Yeah.
But if you are, that's certainly the fastest technique for the better look. I would probably roll it and use a stretch stitch or a zigzag. Zigzag's going to look a little rougher.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably roll it with a stretch stitch to make it look great.
Yes.
But actually, if I'm doing a Halloween costume, I'm just going to overlock it.
Yeah, it's going to leave the thread on the edge, but it almost looks like you intended it, like it's embroidered on the edge.
Right.
So if that's the look you want, then definitely do that.
If we were doing this for a movie and we're actually using a spandex, making a spandex cape, which probably you wouldn't be for a movie, they'd probably use some other specialty material.
Yeah.
But it would probably be lined and all the seams would be on the interior. So kind of you pillowcase it and turn it inside out.
All right. So I'm just cutting my cape out. Now, at the top here, where her neck will be, I'm going to go in about 2 inches, and then I'm just going to do a little curve right there. You could even use like a plate if you want to lay it down and trace the edge of a plate to get it nice and round. Cut that out. And I just don't want the edge of this spandex showing, so I'm going to cut it off. And that is the quick way to do a cape.
Goes well with my.
Yeah, so 2 things you can do. You could take Velcro and put it on here and put it on your top and just Velcro it right to your costume. Or you could just take a little tie, sew it on, and you could just do that with hand stitching really fast if you wanted to. But that's your cape.
Superhero cape. Or this would probably be a good spot for snaps too. You could put a snap on each shoulder.
Yeah.
Or
And you can even round out the edge. Like when it's on her, it kind of goes like this when you cut it straight across. So you could actually curve up the edges to make it whatever look you want.